Well, it's so great to see you, Richard.
Good to see you again.
I hope people can see us. We are talking, but I am still not seeing it. Crystal, are you seeing Richard? Okay, you're seeing him by himself, and hopefully you'll see us together. Okay, yeah. It's for some reason it's not putting both of us
Well,
together.
I'm going to note that an Evelyn Shea can see us both.
Okay,
Yep,
great.
we can see you both.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Richard, welcome.
Excellent.
Oh my God, it's so good to see you. And Richard and I worked together several years ago, and I met Richard at another client's event, and we started to work together, and then we became such good friends. And I always tell everyone that I kind of take credit for Richard asking his girlfriend to marry him. And he won't give me that credit, but and he invited me to his wedding.
A lot of people played an influential role in me asking Teresa to marry me. So I'll leave it at that.
All right. So tell us first of all how you came to hire me. I mean, how did I come on your radar?
Honestly, I remember specifically that I do remember the event I met you at. And I do remember that it was just after I had gone to a trade show in Montreal, and I met, 30 to 40 people that really expressed interest in working with me under my old company name.
Okay.
And so then I did my standard follow-up 101 email to them. And then it just happened that I was on vacation that next week. And to be honest, when I got home, my inbox was empty.
Got it. Okay. So that's how you came to make that decision to hire me?
That's when I knew there was something wrong, and that there was something wrong with maybe, the branding. There was something wrong with the brand name. There was something wrong with my elevator pitch. There was something wrong with maybe, who my target audience should be.
Okay. So take us from what it was and what it became.
What it was a company called GR Marketing Strategist, which I will still, I still have love for that name because the fact is the G stands for my father's first name.
Oh.
A business basically trying to be one to all. Let's just say that's fair to say.
And it was a marketing consulting company, right?
Yes, to food distribution guy, where the fact is we had a zoned in, target audience with a zoned in elevator pitch.
Right. So before in the JR strategy, it was JR, right? GR Strategist. That was the name of the company, you guys.
Yes.
It was a generic marketing consulting company, and you helped everyone with everything, right? There was no food focus there at all.
Correct. Yes.
That I remember. And then
yes.
What we did is Richard did the research, and he was a very good student. He did all the research, the niching research that you guys did on night 2. But of course, it's a much deeper one in the program, the B2B Magnetic Marketer program, the same one that he did.
Yes.
And then he found out that the number one niche for him was going to be helping figure out the marketing strategy for food products, like small food manufacturers, like the sauce lady and the cookie guy, and those soup guy, right? Those are the kinds of things that you
correct. Helping small to medium size businesses get listed and stay listed in the Canadian grocery sector.
Okay, so what did it do to your business to take it from a generic to a niche?
We launched very quickly at Grocery Innovations 2015, which is Canada's premier trade show for the grocery industry.
So where you went changed, right?
That's where we launched.
Where you marketed changed.
That's correct. That's where we launched Food Distribution Guy, business cards, and also banner poster.
Right.
All under this new umbrella. And After the show, we had 10 to 15 business leads that turned into new business clients.
That's right. So you also started a podcast. Tell me about that.
Well, we actually do a Grocery Talks podcast series now, very similar situation to what you're doing here, Chala. The fact is, what we're doing is it's twofold. We either interview live on Zoom new businesses that are clients of ours and try to give them increased exposure to the consumer out there, and or we talk with industry professionals that provide guidance on how to get into the grocery sector and
Great.
provide more in-depth information about the challenges that small businesses face in the grocery sector.
So Richard, how easy is it to know what to do in your marketing once you have a niche?
Well, it's extremely easy, and the fact is that you now know exactly what events to go to, Chala, when you're networking. Again, prior to joining yourself and working with yourself, I was probably going to every networking event you can imagine, and we all know that if you want to, you could be networking every day, 24/7, 365, without getting any work done, because the fact that you would be at a networking event, whether
Yeah.
it be during the day or it be in the evening.
But worse, you would be getting their cards and emailing them back and get nothing, like what you said.
Well, that recognize the fact again that they weren't a niche of mine, and so the fact is correct. So the fact is, what I was doing, instead of being enjoying my downtime in the evenings after a long day of hard work, you'd be networking at an event which would basically just be a waste of my time and my efforts and my money.
Absolutely. So Richard, you and I finished our work, and then you hired me for a VIP day, and then you hired me again for another session, I remember. So
Well,
tell me.
we did hire you for a 1 day session, around 2 years later, I think it is, give or
Yes.
take, talking more about.
Why did you do that? What was that? So tell people
Uh,
offering that
that was
session.
really I guess, what do you, how do you call it? That maybe fact is that we were riding our bicycle, but we were falling off a little bit. So it was just to get,
Huh.
just to get back, just to get back, just to get back on the bicycle and keep the pathway the way we're going, and stop, stop doing the weaves in the, in the forks of the road, and actually just straight, I guess that's the way to analyze it.
That's right. So I just want to tell you guys that that is the bonus that you guys will get if you pay in full for the B2B Magnetic Marketer program. And that'll be on Zoom because of COVID now, because all of you guys are in the States, except for Richard and Marthe, who's also going to be on later. And yeah, so we'll be doing what we did with Richard, but on Zoom. And that's a $5,000 value. And it is yours included in the B2B Magnetic Marketer if you pay in full, which also allows you 10% off. All right. So, Richard, the other thing that I wanted to talk about with you is during this week we talked about branding, brand character.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what I loved about what we did about your branding is in your previous, marketing, there was nothing about your passion for rescuing Jack Russells, was there?
That's correct. Correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, that fact is it's a known fact. Yeah, that for the past 12 to 15 years, I've been rescuing Jack Russell Terriers that were meant to either be going to be either basically be put down or left in a we'll just call it put down basically from the United States.
And did you not tell me that you go driving at sometimes 2 a.m. in the morning to the border of the US to rescue them?
No, I've offered to do that.
You did one time.
I've offered to do that, but I've had to drive. I've had to drive an hour or 2 hours to pick them up where necessary. So yeah, I've done that. I've also done home inspections for the organization to ensure the fact is that the home that is going to take them actually is a good fit for the Jack Russell they're thinking about.
Have you ever said no to them?
No, well, yeah, I have, because the fact is that, I've got 3 in my household right now. That's 3 too many right now. You can say so. The fact is I got no more, I have no more room at the end, that, hey, it's, there's a lot of tragedy going on, and it's just not with Jack Russell Terriers. It's all different types of breeds of dogs and cats out there. And, it's just, it's a tragedy what's going on. And, if I could, I would take more in, but I can't, I don't have the room.
I know. So you guys, when I met Richard and when I looked at his marketing, there was none of this deep, big heart human being at all reflected in any of this. And if you go to, what is the website called?
Food Distribution Guy, GUI.com.
Fooddistributionguy.com. If you go check it out, what you're going to see is Richard sitting on the floor with a box of groceries on the homepage, much more casual. And then what you'll see in the about page is him with his dogs. And
That's, yeah. Unfortunately, I will admit that 2 of the dogs in the picture have since left us, but we have 2 more. We have 2 more that we love, and we love having them around every day.
And remember, I told you guys about what a brand character is what's your passion. You can use it in your marketing. And what do you talk about at the top of your newsletter every time you send out a newsletter, Richard?
Oh, again, a story about the latest one was actually about Don Cherry. And the fact is, Don Cherry has been selling off his beautiful suits that were on Hockey Night in Canada. And all the money donated is going to his rescue, his dog rescue shelter for abuse.
No idea.
So it's good on Don Cherry. The fact is, he's been an avid lover for dogs, and he's putting his money where his mouth is.
First of all, I don't even know if Americans know who he is. Do they know who he is?
Well, I think, it's yeah, right. He's a very outspoken gentleman that is passionate about the Canadian Armed Forces. He's passionate about women's hockey. He's passionate about men's hockey, and he's passionate about but he's more passionate about being a true Canadian.
That's right. Well, Richard, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time.
Wait, one last question.
Yes.
For people who are on the bubble trying to decide whether they should pay for, and in this COVID, everything is uncertain, people are afraid, and they have to make an investment in the program. What advice do you have for them?
Well, I just go and look and say, I would basically say, hey, it's where are you now to where you could be, and what have you been, and if it had worked, what you were doing was working, then you wouldn't be talking with Chala right now.
Thank you. That's perfect. My love to Teresa.
Thanks. Take care, Chala. Bye-bye.
Take care.